Here we go.
And they're off, and we have a shuffled. Whoa, Death Mountain start screen.
Oh, that's a bit on the brutal side. Up on Death Mountain there.
So pop into this first cave. Oh, we do have a shuffled overworld.
And we have a 30 rupee medium secret.
So, now let's check to see what is underneath the armors. Oh, the armors have been shuffled.
Yes, they have. And under the... Oh, we have...
Oh, jkoper's thinking about it. Did he just buy a community hint?
He just bought a community hint, so we either have community hints or we have mixed hints, one of the two.
Yes, that's definitely not helpful hints. All right, both of these guys going to try to screen and scroll over to the northwest end of this lake, where another Armo statue is going to be. Enemies have not been shuffled by the looks of things, so they're going to be where they normally are, and we do not find the item over here. And jkoper going inside. Oh, show me the buddy. Goodbye. 20 rupees, standard.
Standard, absolutely. So I'm wondering if we're going to see the standard secrets as well. The 10, 30, 100. Yep, there we go, 100.
Now, here's a question, because we have not gotten any confirmation yet. Is this first quest, second quest, or mixed quest? Because if this is second quest, that's the only 100 secret they're going to find.
Exactly. So, really, the next best way to tell, I believe, given...
Boomstick! I love how jkoper's actually thinking about what he's going to do here.
No candle purchase. That's interesting.
Because he wants to find out if this is swordless. That's exactly what he wants to do.
Yep, good
We
call.
have no confirmation if this is swordless yet.
Yeah, because if it is swordless, they're going to get a free blue candle.
Yeah, and that means Fred just wasted 60 rupees if that's the case. That's why jkoper did not purchase that candle. We find the any roads have been shuffled too, and jkoper making it to start, and we find the wood sword is in play. This is a sorted seed.
This is definitely a sorted seed, and that is something Fred wanted, so that is a very good thing. That's going to actually equalize our runners just a little bit, because Koper is a bit of a master swordless.
Now, I bet jkoper is going to immediately go to that candle shop and purchase it now that we know that this is a... Nope, he's going to go take the any roads.
And I bet you that's what Fred's going to do, too.
And it does look like we may have a 0 HP seed.
Oh, that's interesting.
We have yet to confirm it. But right now, based on the two enemies we've seen killed, Red Actorex and Blue Moblins, this could be a 0 HP seed.
Could be, or it just could be shuffled, but they've both got shuffled down.
That is correct. We don't know either way. And we are getting word, and by the looks of the drops off the rock. Yep, there we go.
There we
Blue
go.
Octorok just blue bomb off an Octorok. We get confirmation that this is indeed shuffled groups. Oh, second 100 secret. This is either mixed or second or first quest.
Or first quest. Yep, absolutely. So that's going to be big, because now the boomstick is certainly in play for both of our runners.
And recorder is your Armos item.
That's a pretty good find this early. It gives you quick travel between all of your dungeons. Now, the only question is it going to be coded to original dungeons, or is it going to be coded to new dungeons?
Oh, we got mixed quest.
Mixed quest, absolutely.
And we know it's mixed quest because of one major thing. In second quest, there's only one 100 secret. In second quest, only one 100 secret. In mixed quest, you still get your standard 3 100 secrets in play.
So Fred gonna head back to what is vanilla level 2 and whistle under that, but Koper found, I believe, a small secret, I think.
Yeah, not much in there at all. By the way, because we saw the boomstick in with the candle shop and the key, the shops have not been shuffled, so there will be more than one place to buy the book.
Absolutely.
And we find a potion shop. No levels so far here heading into the 4.5 minute mark of this race, so we have yet to find out what we have for the dungeons, if we have second quest mechanics or even a blackout in play as well. And we find one of the candles, and whether the take candies and jkoper, who have yet to buy a candle, will take the candle now.
And he's going to go check the ladder item, and we find that the ladder item is the magic shield.
The magic shield, which replaces the book in a boomstick seed.
So that's probably the last time we're going to see that. Now, I haven't seen our runners kill off anything with higher HP, so I don't know whether or not we have zero.
Oh, we have blackout!
We have blackout.
So first of all, we have a dungeon underneath the room here, the recorder here in the forest. But also, guess what? Do you see a number underneath that dungeon?
I don't see a number.
Guess what?
We have shuffled start screen on the dungeons.
Yep. So we don't know if we got a shapes. We don't know if we've got second quest stuff. We don't know anything at this point.
Now, if you looked at the start, the start screen for that level, it was really in the lower right-hand corner. So that could be a 5, maybe. It could be an 8.
It could be a 5. It could be an 8. Fred's gonna investigate this dungeon a little bit, but we don't know. With the start screen being shuffled now, 8 has that. Oh, second
quest walls. Okay, so
quest enemies.
Yep, because now take a look. We have blue bubbles. So, an important little mechanic here with blue bubbles and red bubbles. Red bubbles will take away your A button item until you either, okay, let's see if I can remember all of them. You run into a blue bubble, you use a potion, you hit up a fairy, or you die. No, or you reset the game. Did I miss anything?
Also, if you use a potion.
Yes, okay.
So we now have what looks like a second quest level 8. If that is the case, this is a miserable level 8 because it rivals level 9 with the amount of stairs in it.
Yep. Yeah, okay, and we have a level here on jkoper side.
Yep, jkoper getting confirmation that we are in a blackout seed.
Oh boy, didn't I call right before blackout vanilla second quest? Uh-oh.
So, here is a Wizrobe dungeon.
Oh, these Vires are going down in one hit. It is looking more and more like a 0 HP seed.
Second quest level 8. Nasty because of the amount of staircases that I've mentioned before. And here is another staircase that will make Fred go, why? Super ropes. As we already saw with the second quest enemy mechanics here, we don't know what dungeon jkoper is in. But we know he's probably not having a whole lot of fun in this dungeon either.
And he just gets bopped by that red. Was it? No, that's a multi-bubble. Okay.
Yeah, that's a regular first quest bubble, which does inhibit some of the dungeons in first and second quest. Taking a look at that map, I do not know if... I'm curious about this dungeon now.
Which one?
The one that Fred's in.
Okay, we definitely have 0 HP enemies at this point, you'd have to say.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we get a map.
Here we go.
That is 8.
That is most definitely level 8.
I wasn't sure how many rooms I was going up. jkoper finding... Oh, that's a nasty spot for the Triforce location. The compass, rather to be. So Fred knows that this is going to be quite the journey here with level 8. Second quest. So many places where you can go. So many staircases. And also 2 items.
Right. So, in Vanilla Second Quest, I know that the floor drops, I believe, are what? They're levels 1 and 3, the floor drop items?
That is correct. That is if we have 1 through 8 being your second quest dungeons here. Because, don't forget, we could still have a mixed quest at this point. But
that's true.
But jkoper here on a half a heart. Fred doing a pretty good job to stay alive, but he's probably in an easier dungeon as enemy-wise is concerned. And Fred, look at your map. That's not necessarily a room you can bomb into. Now, because we have seen the recorder is the armor item, and the book, aka the magic shield, as the ladder item, we know that the dungeon items have been shuffled.
They have been. And because this is mixed quest, the recorder's going to take on a little bit of added importance just because of the number of places that can be recorder blocked.
So I'm thinking jkoper was a moment ago in level 7.
Boy, I don't know the vanilla shapes nearly as well as I do from first quest, so I'm going to have to rely on your judgment there.
Well, if that is, 7's got a lot of staircases as well, and is nothing but the opposite of level 8, another bad swirly. Also possible that was level 5. I'm not certain, but we will get more information as these guys go through further in these dungeons. I would have to assume, based on the fact that we're dealing with a blackout seed, as soon as one of these guys finds a bookshop with more than 200 rupees, they're buying the book.
Mm-hmm.
Nice
Absolutely.
technique there by Fred to get into the staircase. We find another dungeon where level 7 normally is in the second quest. A key drop here, so it does look like we are dealing with all second quest dungeons based on where these drops are showing up.
Yes, it does. Now, given that we're going straight up here, this could be any one of a number of different of the dungeons so far. Because remember, there is that spiral there from level 8, and I know 5 of the dungeons spell out Zelda.
That's correct. 1 through 5 will be Zelda, with the E being level 1, the A being 2, the L being 3, D 4, and Z 5. This is a nasty setup here for Fred. No, he got it just barely. He got it.
Just by a pixel.
Yeah, because the bat started moving. The keys actually started moving that helped him out. There's the map. We're in the A. This is level 2.
This is level 2. So, unlike first quest level 2, this is going to have its item down a staircase. And
that is correct.
And I believe it's the only staircase in here, or is there another one?
There will be transport staircase too.
Okay.
But also, here's another mechanic here. In levels 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8, as well as 9 as well, you have the possibility of having walk-through walls. Levels 1, 3, and 7 does not have any walk-through walls whatsoever.
So we have jkoper now exploring the dead woods, while Fred is digging out this level 2.
So, also one thing to point out here. Oh, there's the master room.
Master room.
And you get a clock, of course, in it too.
Of course, because why not?
Yep. Yeah, jkoper would have known with not enough rupees to purchase a secret. Now, this is something Fred's got to be careful on. You notice that he's trying to slowly stab it.
Oh, and he got it.
Got bopped. So.
Yeah, that gels and zols are tough in Blackout because they blended with the background.
Yep. And also black keys, which you could find in some of these levels as well.
Good
now,
point.
there is something else that is coming into play here as well. It does look like, based on what we have seen, the palettes are different. You notice how this level 2 has like the goldish color on the outlines. It does look like our levels have been changed in that regards, but the enemies might not have been changed, because level 2 here has the normal dark nuts that they would in second quest.
Okay.
And level 8, which Fred was in earlier, has the Guerilla set. Now that means that jkoper, the level he was in, was either 5 or 6, if that's the case.
If that is the case, you're absolutely right. And could be either one, really.
That's correct, and we noticed Fred using the walk-through wall to get a nice heart container out of it.
Nope, and Fred, as long as he can get over there, or that looks like a shoot room.
That would probably be the horizontal shoot room, which you can normally find in the second quest, level 2. He needs to find a way on over there, and there are still some walk-through walls that he might need to explore.
Now, I believe that black... That's an ugly room to have traps in. I believe that...
Yeah, that's a nasty room.
That black dot in the A is actually a room, I do believe.
As you can see by the door.
Yeah, there we go, see?
The way the mechanic would work in the second quest level 2 is that A is where you gotta go to get the recorder.
And also something else I noticed, we have jkoper in another level too. But as I watched Fred digging this level a little bit, I noticed that when he lit up a bomb, there was a Triforce room, and I believe there was a bomb drop in it. So I believe we do not have Triforce in the Triforce rooms.
I do know we have Zols dropping bombs.
Well, that's handy if you can see them.
Yeah. Now, one other thing that you might want to be looking for is if the rooms are not shuffled between dungeons, what Fred will be looking for is either a corridor, staircase. I believe normally the item in 2 is in a spiral staircase, and I can't remember what the second staircases look like. But a nasty dungeon up there on Death Mountain on jkoper's end, 2 east of where 9 is normally in the first quest. And based on the star position there, and based on that map, that is level 3. And there is the bait block.
And it looks... Okay, so taking a look at the level 3 map... Oh, that might be required.
That depends, because all it depends is if there's a room to the left. If there's no room to the left, jkoper's going to have to go buy some bait. Guess what? He's got to go buy some bait.
Yep, that's a required room. We have a required bait block in level 3.
Yep. And that would be the letter L, by the way. And Fred finds the item. It's the red ring!
That's huge!
The red ring, by the way, also now makes it that the red ring silver arrows are not attached to level 9.
Exactly. Oh, buckle in, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be getting a lot of digging going on here at this point. Especially on Fred's side, now that he knows that the silver arrows are out of level 9.
That is correct. And with 5 hearts, we can also be finding the interesting question, where's the white sword item? Is it the white sword, or is it shuffled?
Okay, so DiceyCast asks in chat, explain what a bait block is. Okay, so in some of the shops, meat is sold, which is bait, meat, same thing. In second quest and in first quest, there is a room designated that one of the rooms says you must give the bait in order to pass through that room. Sometimes it's required in randomizer, sometimes it's not. This one is definitely required, so you will need to buy the bait in order to progress.
And what we know is that staff boast that said taste the rainbow is a member of that enemy set that is in that dungeon, so you have to feed that to him just like it would be a grumble grumble. And we find another dungeon on Death Mountain.
So wouldn't this be evil if the Triforce room is here with the gels and Zols? There it is! Oh, that is just evil!
And Fred died trying to clear it earlier.
Yes, he did.
I'm thinking jkoper. I'm going to wait to see what the enemy set is in here. This is level 4. This would be the D level. Wouldn't that be funny if he finds the D in level 4? Now, remember, this is second quest level 4. You know what the difference with level 4 is in second quest?
No, enlighten me.
There are 2 items in staircases in level 4.
Yeah.
So you get the 2 items here in this level 4.
Go ahead.
Could be anything. And also, because second quest. This Fred, by the way, is in level 7. I believe this was the level that jkoper was in earlier.
Yep, I believe this is. Wait. No. I'm not sure. I'd have to see where Fred went. Oh, he got bopped by the red by the red dots. Now he's got to find a blue one. Okay, he's good now. Oh, and Koper is going to take. Is he going to just beeline right for the Triforce?
Well, if he makes a beeline for the Triforce, it might be a mistake considering the fact that level 4 has 2 items. Now, level 4 is a big dungeon. Level 7 is also a nasty dungeon, too, in the sense that it's got way too many rooms with only 1 item in it and a bunch of staircases.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a mini version of level 8.
Now, under most circumstances, and this was up for debate in the community, oh, there's the Triforce, and
but it is ladder blocked.
Holy cow! Oh no, which means this actually could be a blessing in disguise, though, because jkoper was looking like he was about ready to leave this dungeon.
Yeah, so now he's going to be forced to dig do as best he can to dig the items out of this dungeon. This
5-block room here could be a staircase.
Right, because this is a push block. This is a push block room in second quest.
And come on! Oh, he just walks through the wall.
Yep.
So, where's this ladder? This ladder is going to be very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, jkoper did buy the book.
Oh, this could be a push block room too. This is a Gliok room.
Yes. But with the drop in there, no. It's
not. No, with the bomb there, no, it's not going to be.
If there is, by the way, Fred finds one of the money penalties here. You're going to find them in 7 and 4 if they're not shuffled. I do want to point out, though, that if this does turn out to be second quest mechanics here in play, which there definitely is at this point, you're going to find drops in rooms that there are staircases. Normally, they are already on the floor when you get into them.
Okay. Oh, we have a little bit of a frame issue on Koper's side, it looks like. That's all right.
And Fred down to 1 bomb. Now, here's also the other thing about level 7. Normally, there are no bomb walls in 7. Under most circumstances. And this is what I was about ready to talk about when jkoper was starting to opt to get the Triforce out of Ford, only to find that it was ladder blocked. Most of level 7 does not use bombs.
So he's got to, scroll through, scroll through every one of these without really a shortcut.
Pretty much.
That's what, 8 long and 7 high, so that's 15 that you just pretty much have to walk straight through. What? There's a door down there? Okay.
Well, Fred wants to confirm this too, because this was up for debate, where randomizers sometimes can stick a room in there. Oh my God! He's ladder blocked for the Triforce! And Fred does what Darkwing did last night!
But he can't get it!
He can't get it! Ladder blocked from the Triforce! That is 2 Triforces on the wrong end of a ladder block.
Oh, that's brutal.
As Fred would put it, son of a monkey.
That was level 7 that Fred was in.
Yeah, that was level 7 that he was in. So this could really be a race to the ladder. because the ladder now has turned into such an importance in the seed. You are blocked from at least 2 Triforces. He knows he's also blocked out of 8. We find level 9. Turns out to be northeast of where original level 1 is.
Now Fred looks like he's whistling around the desert.
Yep, trying to check those 3 particular spots here in the desert. And he does find a staircase that opens up here in the left end of the desert, and it is the ladder. Unfortunately, I think he'd like to find the ladder more than that. Anything else? So let's just go ahead and remind people of what we have found so far. We have found level 3 to be bait block. We have found level 4 to be ladder block. Level 7, again, ladder blocked. 8, well, we don't know what's going on with 8.
And we have a level find here on Coper's side in the middle of Candle Row.
And with the walkthrough wall, we can eliminate 1, 3, or 7 from the possibilities here. With the Wizrobe set, this is 6. So level 6 here is what jkoper's in right now.
And it looks like Fred is just about ready to enter level 6 himself.
Yep. Where could this ladder be? Well, it's not in this staircase here, as jkoper finds. And hey, Wizrobes!
Oh, that's brutal. Wizrobe's in a spiral room. Oh. With red and blue bubbles too, no less.
Well, as soon as the frames catch up, we'll let you know.
Looks like he made it through with a heart and a half.
Not enough information exists. Fred about to find out that misery himself. Now, one good thing that Fred did get is the red ring out of 2.
Right, so he can take a lot more bops from these Wizrobes. Although
which is going to be kind of essential.
Yeah, but to be honest, this is kind of mediated a little bit by the fact that this is 0 HP.
And Fred was pushing those traps there, trying to see near those traps, trying to see if there was the staircase. Because if it did turn out to be the case, there would be the bracket room that has an item in it. Hi, Wizrobes, how you guys doing? There's a nice thing of bombs right there. Fred trying to do something about it, but turns out he's in the Chevy room.
Yep. It's not by a normal bubble. Oh, is Coper ladder block from...
No, that is the horizontal shoot room.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Or the vertical shoot room, rather.
Yep.
So he can see where the Triforce is, but he can't get to the compass. He's going to try to work his way around back to that room.
Yep.
Because the more information he gets, the happier he's going to be.
I mean, and that's really right now what this is about right now, is just getting information. Because they need to know where that ladder is, and they need to figure out where all the Triforces are, and the compass is going to help immensely with that.
Nice dodging of the bubbles there on Fred's end.
Oh, and Coper takes a Wizrobe beam to the back.
That's a staircase room, too.
That was one of the triple bar rooms, yeah. So that would be a staircase room.
That's a staircase room. Oh, Goma!
Hi, Goma.
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting / telling about this seed that we are almost 30 minutes into the seed, and the only dungeon item we have seen on either side is the red ring on Fred's.
So, Z-Man, you want to give us an item recap at the 30-minute mark?
We have the red ring in level 2. The Armos item was the recorder. The ladder item is the magical shield. That's it. We know the location of 3 items.
So, Z.
Yes, Rick.
When's the next time you're going to sign up for an 11 o'clock race?
I think the answer to this is maybe never. Oh, strap in. I think we're going to be here at least another hour, ladies and gentlemen.
And jkoper finding something. Anything. It's the magic key in 6.
You said anything. It is any. All right, so looks like jkoper is going to exit this level, and is he going to go back in? Nope. He's looking for the ladder, I bet, at this point.
Fees would like us to get a recap of the boxes of wine that we've had all this evening,
Boxes of wine?
or bottles of wine.
I do bottles. But I don't really do wine. There is a bottle of tequila in the fridge calling my name, though.
Well, we have a level 1. We have a white Zinfandel, and level 2 we have your tequila.
Oh, I'm Polish. There, there has to be vodka in there somewhere.
That's good to know.
Oh, and Fred finds the any key as well.
Yep, and probably shouting, "You son of a monkey," because it's not the ladder he was hoping to get in Vanilla 6. That's the normal Vanilla 6 item. He's got a dope out of there. And that is now the 5th dungeon that is not beatable by our players combined.
Good God, this is just ridiculous.
We haven't fallen asleep with our tracker duties. That is it right at this moment. That, too, next to Fred, is the only Triforce we've picked up here at 30 minutes in.
Right now, I'm very much feeling the ladder in level 1.
Where's level 1?
Oh. Death Mountain, maybe? That's about the only area that our racers really haven't combed much of. Coper's combed the east half.
We're still waiting to see that wrap block or even the power bracelet blocks.
Oh, God.
And don't forget, the any roads have been shuffled, so we have no clue what's underneath those power bracelet slots.
Now, Fred explored level 8. How did he get blocked, or did he just get frustrated in level 8?
I assume he got blocked,
Yeah.
but it's possible he got frustrated too.
Bloodgoat in chat brings up an interesting point. Could it be in level 3 behind Grumble?
That is a good possibility.
That is a good possibility.
jkoper knows about that, and yeah, he hasn't bought the bait yet, has he?
Nope. Could be the white sword item too.
Fred finding another bookshop.
Now, something else I just kind of thought of. If these guys can find the wand and buy the book, that essentially is going to give them a source of light in this seed. To light up every single room they walk into.
Which is why you're seeing both of these runners want to go for the boomstick.
Absolutely.
We haven't even seen the white sword item yet.
Right. So I'm wondering if... it looks like Coper managed to find level 7.
That is correct. He is down level 7, but Fred found that he was a ladder block from getting the Triforce. So, countdown to jkoper's pretty much saying in his usual surly self, "Damn it." And he does the same trick. It doesn't work, guys.
It doesn't work. I can only imagine what's coming out of, at least in his brain at this point about this seed, because that is number 2 that he has found that he's been unable to access.
Did you get this ROM legally? I've yet to see a helpful hint at all in this mixed hint variety pack.
Same here. I'm wondering if we're dealing with straight community.
One of these times it will work. Hey, we found where the magical sword is.
Yep.
But at 7 hearts, it's unobtainable. Fred will eventually make it up to Death Mountain, where he will find levels 3 and 4. I just hope he thinks about buying a bait before he goes into there.
I'm a little surprised he didn't go south and whistle. Oh, now he is. Yep, he's going to go south and whistle the corner of the dead woods there.
Which is still technically part of the grave.
Really? Is this screen considered part of the grave?
Yep, if you get a hint for that screen, it is part of the grave area.
Learn something every day.
Probably
now
more.
He's probably going to whistle the couple of spots here in the grave.
Yep, probably more because it wanted to differentiate between something that you can easily get to on the dead woods on the left side, on the right side, versus something you'd have to do the up, left, right, left, or up, left, down, left to get to.
True.
So Fred, finding out that the whistle doesn't work at the grave, that only one of the push blocks works, and so thus he is now going to check where level 6 normally is. And he probably doesn't feel like he's playing with power.
No, I'm sure he does not. You know, we are starting... Oh, I don't think anybody's really explored the Northeast now that I think about it.
You could be right. You could be crazy.
But hey, maybe I'm just a lunatic that you're looking for.
That's when you know you're working with the right partners, when they can complete your thought.
Hey, little Billy Joel never hurt anybody. Oh, we got an up A there, and now looks like Fred is going to explore a little bit of Death Mountain now.
And now we've got the entire chat here of Speed Gaming quoting along the remainder of that song from Billy Joel.
It's a good song.
jkoper paying the heart penalty instead of the money penalty, knowing that he's got to buy a bait at some point in time.
Yep. And probably still holding on to hope that he's going to be buying the book.
He already bought the book.
Oh, he did. I missed that. Well, that's why we've got... that's why we have two pairs of eyes on these races.
Well, a lot easier than just having one, I'll tell you that. As Fred now pops into level 4. Now, remember, jkoper did not find a single item in this level 4.
All he found, I believe, was letter blocks everywhere.
And Fred finding the heart container, that gets him up to 8. While jkoper's finding nothing but stairs in level 7, which is exactly what level 7 feels like. Now, Fred... probably very happy. Oh, gets the Dodongo to eat the bomb. He doesn't like that. Now, again, this room that Fred is in, and we saw jkoper in here earlier, does have the potential of being a staircase.
Yes, it does. Now, I don't think we saw Coper kill this room. Because that's right, because he went right up through the wall.
Yeah, he did. Fred does push the block. It doesn't move. That's it. And so now Fred tackling on against the Dig Dogger. We've now completely just turned this chat into a classic rock station.
It's the best kind of rock there is.
As Fiesel goes with the moving out, Zarnak's going with the stranger. And what's coming to my mind right now is I'm living here in Allentown. For the Pennsylvania I never found.
Now, see, the one that's coming to my mind, given our earlier conversation, bottle of red, bottle of white.
Nothing like a little bit of scenes from an Italian restaurant to get your Saturday night going.
Absolutely. Looks like Coper's making a little bit further than Fred did, I think, in this level 7. Maybe?
I think both of these guys need a bottle of red after this.
And a bottle of white.
I can't believe I started this. I started this fire. I know that's not the lyric.
But that's always been burning since the world's been turning.
Fred not finding any push blocks in that room that he killed off. Oh! Goma crew to the magic Katie!
Oh, that's a nice troll.
The extents. Oh, scrap metal and Zeppin!
This game is just being a jerk to our runners at this point. The only, other than the red ring and the magic key, the only quote-unquote useful item they've seen is the recorder. But, I mean, we still have to find that ladder, the power bracelet, the bow, the silver arrows are out there, the raft still needs to be found. And we're starting to run out of place for them to be, and we're running out of places for the levels to be. This is ridiculous.
Come on, jkoper, by the beat. There we go.
He has the meat.
Yes, he does. Fred's about to get some really nasty information here.
Yeah, he's not going to be... Oh!
Fred walks through the wall, though. There's more to explore in this 4, rather.
Which I don't think is something Koper did.
No, he didn't. He just found the ladder block and said, "That's it, I'm out of here."
So let's see what type of room this Dig Dogger's in.
Yep, we'll find out when the bomb explodes. Nope, this can't be, but it does give us the map, confirming that this is the D. Oh, Fred's in the funky block room, I think.
Yep, oh, and he pushes to the left.
Oh, there's your bomb increase.
Ooh,
100 rupees for 4.
Picks it up. I'm wondering if he's thinking that the boomstick is off the table.
It might as well be at this point.
Yeah, good.
So, Fred knows that there's still an enemy to be killed in this room. And the bracket room, nope, nothing in here. By the way, I think jkoper's back in this dungeon as well.
Kind of looks like it. It's either that or level 3 he went into.
It's not 3.
No.
Oh, it could be 2.
Oh.
I think it's 2. It's 2.
Oh, could be.
But we need a little more information.
Chad is confirming he's in 2.
By the way, just a reminder here, because this is a second quest dungeon here, not a shapes, those 2 blank rooms you see in the D, those are actually rooms.
2 clocks on the screen, not something you see all the time.
Happens every now and then when you have 2 different enemy groups. Get one for the 3, get one for the 6 kill. Fred would really like to find a staircase.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting to me that he's not lighting up a lot of these rooms that he goes in.
Well, because
but
bomb management is kind of important. Like, you notice how Fred, though, by the way, we find the second of the penalties. But you notice what Fred is doing, though. He's walking straight from the left door to the right side, because if there's going to be a push block, it's going to be right in that point of view.
Good point. Fred up-aiming.
Yeah, because he hit the top right corner and he knows there's nothing in that room. So, getting close to a full clear of this dungeon. So, once again, if these rooms are not shuffled, one of the rooms you're looking for is that funky block room. And you know the one I'm talking about, because it's the one that normally is in 4. It looks like half Tetris
right,
pieces.
Yeah, there's funky L and a couple funky shapes in there, yeah.
Yeah, that is where the raft normally is in second quest. I believe you're also looking for the one that's got the 3 rows of blocks, and hey, we got a DA. This is the room actually that is a staircase, the one that Fred's just in. He just pushes the block here. And we find it is
a staircase
to the other side.
Break on through to the other side.
He comes out onto the corridor now. So, Funky Block Room and the 5-row blocks, those are your 2 rooms that actually do have items in them.
Pushes through to the left. I'm wondering if this is going to be one of the item rooms?
Well, he has been in just about every single room except for one in this dungeon. So Fred, I think at this point in time, has got to make a play for something in this dungeon. And Triforce pickup for jkoper.
And if you look, his Trogdor has changed color, so he did pick up the red ring while he was down.
So, 45 minutes in, these guys are tied with the Triforce numbers. 1.
And pretty much the only difference, only 2 differences between these 2 runners at this point is jkoper knows the magic boomerang is in level 7, and jkoper knows that meat is required in level 3.
That's correct. Now, Fred's going to go back through. Bomb to the left.
Of the Triforce room.
Because he had not been in that room before. He did swing his sword to make sure he still had it. This is not going to be a staircase room. It's going to just yield a key. There's a room that Fred hasn't been in to the north. There's the Triforce. jkoper popping into level 8. We'll see if he gets any further than Fred did. And
Menace goes down his typical 6 hits.
Yep, and there is a staircase. Do we have an item? The Funky Block yields the wand!
We have a wand. Yet again, not a progression item.
But still a nice item to have.
Especially considering how this could lead to the boomstick should Fred get enough rupees.
This room has the item. This room here has the second item. There it goes.
There it is.
Here we go. The second item in 4. The ladder!
The ladder!
jkoper's going to be looking over all over the place, trying to find this ladder, and Fred now gets a huge leg up.
Yeah, that is a huge find for Fred.
Now he can get this Triforce out of 4.
Yep. And I bet you that's exactly where he's beelining to.
And jkoper back is in level 8. Don't know exactly what he's going on right now because we can only tell you what's going on based on the various frames we get of him. Now don't forget here, Z-Man. Because we're dealing with second quest mechanics here, or mixed quest mechanics, there's a possibility that one of the levels could be hidden on the river.
What do you mean by on the river?
Well, if you remember second quest, there is level 8, which is on the river, which you need to have the ladder to get into the caves.
Oh, right. That is absolutely possible.
And we're still missing level 1.
Yes, we are. I think is that the only level missing right now?
That is. We know where everything else is.
Yep, we do. Okay.
So at 49 minutes in, Fred with 2 Triforces, jkoper with 1.
Yep, and we have a level 1 find.
How did jkoper not find this?
I don't think he explored most of Western Death Mountain past, west of level 4. This level, I believe, was 1 northeast of current level 4.
Or just north of level 4? But yeah, well, all levels are found. The raft is not required. The power bracelet. Actually, we can't say that just yet.
Right, because we don't know what the white sword item is. For all we know, the white sword item could be the silver arrows.
Or something else, like the bow.
Good point. Could be the bow. So, in second quest level 1, there is only one item, correct?
Yep, and it's a floor drop item.
And it is a floor drop item. So, what is the configuration of that room?
I'm trying to remember what the exact room that we'd be looking for is. It's not this one.
Nope,
There's
that's a key.
But we do know the drops have been shuffled because of the fact that Triforces aren't in Triforce rooms. Also, don't forget, because of the fact that level 1 has staircases.
Oh, this is a little on the brutal side here. Bubbles and hands in the same room.
Yeah, just like it is in the regular first quest, just in the regular second quest.
Yep.
Now, here's the other thing, by the way. And this is just the evil me speaking.
Mm-hmm.
There could be a possibility. Oh, yep, don't forget, Staphos shoots beams, although it doesn't really matter considering the fact that it is a red ring here for Fred. And jkoper dopes out of 8. But don't forget, the whites... Never mind, I'm sorry, never mind.
Okay.
There's the power bracelet, by the way.
Power bracelet.
I was going to say something that wasn't true about the seed, so
Okay.
it doesn't really matter.
We can forget you said anything.
So, level 1, only with one item in it. There's no staircase item. So Fred gets the power bracelet out of 1, and that's the only item we're going to find. And apparently there's only one way to get there, and that's via bomb here from the south.
Yep. He's going to go up, he's going to find his Triforce.
And there it is. Ladder blocked, by the way.
Up. Jeez. Oy. Ladder is fairly important in this scene.
That is 3 ladder block Triforces, by the way. And jkoper now feeding the bait in 3. Now, you notice what he just did. We saw this become... Oh, there's the white sword. jkoper doped out of all of this stuff here on Death Mountain.
Alright, so, anyways, as you were saying about Coper in level 3, what he did is he fed the meat and then up-aid before the Stalfos, I guess, disappeared, saving the meat for later.
Yep, so now he can use that towards later purposes if he needs to do so. And I guess if we're ever going to find the item that is in level 3, we will do so at a later time because we've got another frozen frame. But jkoper is in a major disadvantage right now because of the fact that he is missing the ladder, which he noped out of level 4. He may not go back to level 4 until he exhausts all other possibilities.
But we do know he is close to exhausting all of the possibilities. He's been through 8, he's been through 7, he's cleared 2. So at some point you figure that his next play is going to be back into level 4, and it might... But then again, he hasn't found level 1 now. He might look for level 1 before going back in.
And there's Fred getting the confirmation that he's got the bait block here, so he's going to have to go spend some money and come back here later.
Yep. But he does have the recorder, so that will make the trip here easier, and he can just up A as well.
So, I don't know if Fred has found all the dungeons yet. In fact, he has not. He has not found level 5 yet, which is what jkoper had found earlier.
I think that's the only level he hasn't found, I think, is 5.
Which is on the northeast corner.
Right.
So now, I guess 55 minutes in, do you want to now give us a recap now that we know more things about this seed?
Sure, absolutely. Okay, and it looks like we are whistling to... hard to say yet. Anyways, so here's what we know. We know level 1 had the power bracelet. We know level 2 had the red ring. We don't know level 3. Level 4 had the wand and the ladder. We don't know level 5. We know level 6 has the magic key. We know level 7 has the magic boomerang. We do not know level 8 or 9, really. We know the Armos item was the recorder. We know the ladder item is the magic shield. And we know that the white sword item was the white sword.
And we do know that Fred went back into 7 to get that Triforce.
And he is not going to dig the item, which we know is a very good call.
And we also know that Fred is coming into the shop here because Fred knows his shots. He's taking good notes.
Yep. So where's Fred off to now? Is he going to go back to level 6, maybe?
He's going back to 3. Or he's going to still explore because he's still missing out on a dungeon, but I would assume he's going to make a path to level 3. So, jkoper now in a pink Q dungeon, which is, I believe, level 1.
I believe this was level 1.
He does not have the white sword yet. We don't know if he picked up the Triforce out of 3, but I would just have to assume that he has. Fred is very close to finding where level 5 is. And yep, this is indeed level 1 that jkoper is in. We don't know what he picked out of level 3. Nor are we going to get any further information about it based on the way he's playing around with his inventory. He's going to have to be careful with this Trodango because...
he has 2 bombs.
He's only got 2 bombs, and he wants to kind of get him over to where the wall is because he wants to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, Dodongo is not playing nice.
It finally does.
There we go!
Here, Dongo, 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 here, Dongo.
We are getting a report in chat that possibly the boomerang was in level 3.
Yes. Yep, it is.
Yep,
there's the wooden boomerang. And Fred now finding level 5, so that would be the last dungeon he needed to find.
Now, keep in mind that Fred does not have the bow or the silver arrows yet, so I would think he is going to dig this dungeon a bit to try to find that.
Especially considering the fact that we do know that the items have been shuffled out of level 9. This is a very painful room here for Fred because of the fact he got the clock. He doesn't know where these Zolls are, but at least he's not going to get butchered by these guys. I'd almost just use a bomb to make sure I got them all. So Fred in level 5, that is the letter Z.
I like that letter.
I wonder why.
No idea.
And I would tell you more, but I'm getting a spinning circle on my end.
So am I.
So, I guess we'll talk to you in just a few moments about what's going on here. And there we go. Freddy gets the Triforce out of 5, by the way. So, if you're Fred, what do you do now?
Maybe try level 8, because level 8 in second